7, Tropical Storm Zeta has certainly affected school starts and other activities early this Thursday morning. But what about the election process?
Joining us right now live via Zoom is Alabama Secretary of State John Merrill. Secretary Merrill, good morning to you, sir.
Morning, Pat. Hope you and Marie are doing well.
We're doing well.
Yes.
Thanks for coming back on the show. Listen, as you know, today is the last day to apply for an absentee ballot. Is there a need to extend hours today to allow time for those who were impacted by Hurricane Zeta?
Pat, look, it's important to note that whenever you're in the administration of an election, one of the things that you have to ensure that you do is follow state law. And in any county where the office of the absentee election manager, the circuit clerk's office, will be closed, obviously the change of date can occur. Statute says that if indeed that is introduced, then you will change it to tomorrow as the last day. So that needs to be understood. At this point in time, we're not aware of any county in the state that has actually closed their absentee election manager's office.
All right, good to know. Secretary Merrill, when you hear words tossed about like record voting, how well are elections officials handling the rush? Are you having any issues at all with people being turned away or anything of the sorts?
Well, Marie, look, it's important to note that the date to be concerned about whether or not you had adequate staff, adequate tabulators, the voting machines, or that you were fully prepared for the successful administration of the election is not October the 29th or October the 30th or October the 31st. It was June the 1st, June the 2nd, July the 16th. It was a time when you could do something about it. And as an Eagle Scout, my motto is still be prepared. And so as we have worked with all 67 counties, we know that we're adequately prepared, not just in the absentee area, but also on Election Day in all 1,980 polling sites.
Secretary Merrill, for those who don't trust their mail-in ballot that would make it in time to be counted, I mean, what do you tell folks like that this morning?
Well, certainly today is the last day to apply for an absentee ballot, and you must do so in person if you've not already mailed your application, because at close of business today, that opportunity ends. Now, you still have until close of business on Monday to return your absentee ballot in person. It must be received in the mail no later than noon on Election Day. But if they are concerned and they followed their absentee ballot's progress by using our tracking system at alabamavotes.gov, they can go to their assigned polling place and they can cast a provisional ballot. Then on the 6th of November, if their absentee ballot had yet to be received, then their provisional ballot they cast on Election Day would count for the candidate or candidates of the voter's choice.
What do you say to those who wonder why people waiting in these long lines to vote early for absentee during the COVID pandemic, so they don't have to wait in long lines during the same pandemic on Election Day? What do you tell them?
Well, look, Pat, this is the one thing you need to remember. We've been able to vote absentee for more than 2 months now. We've been running advertisements on WAAY, Channel 31. We've been running them all over the Tennessee Valley, all the way across to the Shoals, down to Mobile, down to the Wiregrass, and all parts in between. If you'd gone to vote on September the 16th, it would have taken you about 7 or 8 minutes like it took me. But if you waited until today or you waited until Election Day, then you have made sure that you're going to stand in line for some period of time. That's part of the process. But everything that we have done in our state in the successful preparation for the successful administration of the election has been designed to make it easier to vote and harder to cheat in Alabama.
All right, Secretary of State John Merrill, thank you so much for joining us in these last few very important days before the election. We appreciate your time as always, sir.
Thank you, Marie. Good to be with y'all.
Yeah, you too. Very busy guy right there, folks. 6:11 right now. Rob.